everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Yes, if this is your very first time seeing my beautiful face, my name is Adora and this is Life with Adabeke. Let me know in the comments what made you click. What about this video was like, let me watch it. Yeah, I want to know what made you click if this is your very first time. If you're one of my returners, if this is not your first time, hi, hello, welcome back. But no matter who it is, just make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and continue to share my videos. It gives me joy. It's part of what makes me come back, okay? It's part of what makes me want to bring out more videos for you guys. Yes. Let's get on to today's issue. For those who know and for those who don't know, I recently got into medical school. Yes, I got into medical school and I'm going to be starting this fall, so fall of 2021. But this last medical school application cycle, it was not my first time applying to medical school. It was actually my second time applying to medical school. And the truth of the matter is that very first time, so I applied in 2017. So 2017 was the first time I applied to medical school. I applied to about 12 schools and I got
0 interviews. Zero. Not.
I did not get a single interview, talk more of an acceptance. So before I decided to apply again, I had to sit down and ask myself a few things. What did you do wrong? What made that application cycle such a bust for you? And what can you do to make sure that that doesn't happen this time that I applied? And that's essentially what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to talk about how I wasted money, the things I did wrong, why I should never have applied. And since the application cycle just opened, some of you are applying and some of you are in the same situation that I was in. And I don't want you to make the mistakes that I made. I don't want you to apply, waste money, waste energy, waste resources when you're not actually ready to apply, okay? So that's why I'm making this video, just to share some of the things that made me essentially like say lose a medical school spot, because I got in now and I could have gotten in that first time if I had, not made the mistakes that I did. So I have my trusted notebook and we're going to get started. The very first thing was that I submitted late. Late. I was very late in my submission. So anybody that knows, so the cycle has, I think submission has opened now. You can start submitting from May 28th or something or thereabout, but it usually takes about a month. So you need to give it like a month. It takes about a month to get verified before they start sending your application to the schools, right? And I didn't submit that May. I did not submit June, July. No, I submitted in September, you guys. And if you know anything about the medical school application cycle, early submission is key. So I submitted late, very late. And it's not like I submitted that late with a good application. No, I submitted it with a work application. So please, if you can, submit early, submit now. This is the time to be submitting. This is the time to be gathering. The fact that a school's deadline says, oh, our deadline is October 1st does not mean it's that October you'll be submitting. Hey, please, if you have ears, listen. No, it's not that October you'll be submitting. Don't make the mistake I made. I thought it was, deadline is in October, that means October is when you submit. No, please, no. Submit early. Yes, please, okay? The second thing was that I had a poor MCAT score. So the very first time I took the MCAT, I got a 498, 499, I'm not sure. I think I'll look and I'll put it. But, so there are people who get in with 490 something, but it's honestly not the best MCAT score. And given everything else that was going on with my application, it was just a red flag. Like, it was not what any admission committee wants to see. So if usually people who get in with lower MCAT scores. They have like outstanding GPAs, outstanding this, outstanding that. They have so many other things to cover up. Me, not in Shembai. I did not have anything to cover up. Yes, I did not have. So me submitting with that kind of application, it's just, I was just throwing money. I was just wasting money, wasting everybody's time. What was I doing there, you guys? What was I doing there? But yeah, I had not the best MCAT score. So if you're someone who does not have a very good MCAT score, it does not mean that you cannot apply. It does not mean that you cannot get in, especially if you have a sub 500 MCAT score. Just you need to make sure that every other part of your application is stellar, so that let it just be that it's that MCAT that is your problem. You understand? Another thing, I had no clinical experiences. None whatsoever. I thought shadowing counted as clinical experience, which I mentioned in my clinical experiences video that I'm going to be linking up. That it doesn't. And I mentioned ways that you can get clinical experiences. So I didn't have any clinical experience at all. Imagine, like now I think about it, I'm like, hey God, I really dashed these people money. I really just like did not set myself up for success. That's the truth. I did not set myself up for success when I applied that first time. And I don't want you to make that mistake if you're watching my video. You don't want to not have any single clinical experience and then you're applying to medical school. For who to accept you? For who? No. So please make sure you have your clinical experiences, all your experiences, all the stuff. Make sure that your application is good and complete and ready to go. And if you've watched me this far, like, let me know what you think. Well, let me know what you think so far. Like, what do you see a lot of people applying to medical school what do they not have? Like, what are some of the mistakes that you see people making when they apply to medical school that essentially cost them their spots? Yeah, it's essentially costing them their spots to medical school. So the next one was that I had a terrible school list. So what do I mean by that? There are some schools that don't accept international students. As an international student, I need to know that. There are some schools that even if they accept international students or even as a US-based student, they are very partial to in-state applicants. So you as an out-of-state applicant, you're wasting your time. You need to know that. So when you're crafting your school list, you need to look at like, would they even accept you? Does the mission of the school and the mission on your mission align? Like if you're someone that is very research-focused, research-heavy, it might not do you well to go to a school that's more like service-oriented or stuff like that. It might not, because your experiences, your mission is not matching. Or if you're you have to consider those things. Are you applying to somewhere that the location is a good fit for you? Are you applying to somewhere that like it will actually work? Like me as an international student, I had this second time that I applied, I had to call all the schools that I planned to apply and make sure that they were actually accepting international students. There was a school that was on MSAR, so which is the medical school, something. I'll put it, you guys know. But on this school on MSAR, they said that they accepted international students. But lo and behold, when I went on their website and after I emailed them, it turned out that they had recently stopped accepting international students. There were schools like that, they say that they accept, but in the last 5 years, they've not accepted a single person. My sister, be careful. There are some that say that they accept, but they need you to pay 4 years of your tuition in escrow. So many barriers. So you don't want to be adding schools that your chances are 0 to none. You understand? Even if you now have a good application, applied early, all those things, they will just throw your application out. So you don't want that for yourself. You don't want that to be your case. And the last but not least, I had terrible essays, you guys. Like my essays sucked. They were awful. And I was going to like put, a sample of what my essay looked like, but honestly, I'm too embarrassed. I'm too embarrassed to share that kind of stuff on here because like my essays were not that good at all. They did not and it goes back to that clinical experience thing. I didn't have anything to really talk about. I didn't really have I had my why. Yes, I had my why, but I didn't really have the things to show that I had, really cultivated my why. I didn't really have those things to show. And so I ended up just writing a very bland, not really anything good. The essay was not good. That was my personal statement. I mean, Even my activities descriptions and all of that, they were so bland. They sucked. Oh my god. Maybe one of these days I'll do like a reviewing my first medical school application kind of thing, because it sucked, you guys. Like, my application was not it. Like, I know Dr. Gray does like application renovation, so maybe I'll do like a similar application renovation thing, but for that, like my first medical school application, because it was horrible. But yeah, my essays were not that good. I think I might have revised like just once or twice or something. So if you're currently in that place, like, make sure that you're writing good essays. There are good personal statement books out there. I know Dr. Gray has one. And then this lady, I'm blanking on her name right now, but I'm going to add it. She also has a YouTube channel where she really guides people through writing your personal statement. She does it for all kinds of grad schools and medical school as well. So use the resources that are available, because they are there. The resources are there. So make sure to write outstanding essays. Don't skimp on those things. So all the things I mentioned, those were like very, very, well, I'll say like some of them were very simple things, but other things, were more complicated. But these reasons were part of like why I would say I lost a medical school spot. Yeah, like a spot that I might have been able to get back in 2017, I ended up losing because I made all these mistakes. And there are some of you today that might be making that mistake now who are applying. I want you to watch this video, send this video to anybody that you know, and let them think. I want you to think like, am I making any of these mistakes? It does not mean that making one mistake will cost you the whole application cycle. But if you're making 2, 3, 4, all like me, who knows? You might be like missing out on your chance to actually go to medical school. So you guys, like, thank you so much for watching this far. Tell me what you enjoyed about this video. Tell me what you liked. Please make sure to continue to subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Like, the channel is growing. We are growing together, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy about it. So, continue to recommend me to any pre-meds and anybody really that you know. And till next time, you guys, bye.